Alright, welcome. I'm Beth the Builder, and we're going to do more rock carving. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try and do a little silhouette of a specific thing that I really like, and then probably practice a little bit of some owl work, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I mean, get all your... Oh, my nose is a bit itchy. Okay, so get all your shit together, you know, safety glasses, mask, I always wear ear protection, and then yeah, your diamond coated bits. I gotta get some that are more coarse because that would help with taking away material a little bit more quickly. But until then, we're just working with what we got, which is okay. Otherwise, let's do it. If you care to support me, you're interested in that because you think what I'm doing is cool and you've maybe gotten something out of it, or you just want to support me, you can go to my Patreon or go like more of my videos or subscribe, of course. That's an obvious thing you can do that's helpful. Or you can check out my Etsy, where I might start putting some of my tiny rock sculptures, because you can only have so many rock sculptures that you've carved, and I feel like they're getting pretty good. Okay, so I've carved a couple things, or 3 or 4 things actually, if you count this one that I abandoned partway through because I didn't want to do it. So, carved another owl out of this lighter stone, maybe sandstone or something, I'm not sure. But I like how that turned out. He looks pretty good overall. I won't do it that way. I'll put video over here. Tried some different feathering patterns, similar to my chainsaw owl that I recently did. So yeah, I like how that turned out. And then I did, well, the first thing I did was try to do a silhouette. It's a silhouette of the Nancy Drew silhouette that was like always on the books and stuff like that. I've done some fun stuff with that in the past because I like Nancy Drew. So I had the idea of like, maybe I could do a rock carving of her silhouette. That did not work out. So yeah, faces are really difficult. Even like a profile that I'm not like gonna do a ton of details. It's hard. It's a whole other skill. So I wasn't really prepared to do that because as I got into it, I was like, I feel like I'm not sure how to do this. So, which is fine because it was just something to try. So she kind of looks like a funny stick figure with like a teeny tiny alien head. So yeah, it's just kind of an experiment, and that's how you figure out where maybe you'd want to change certain things or do things differently is, yeah, you just try stuff. And then I did decide to do a bear, kind of sitting, which I actually really like how he turned out. He doesn't have any fur right now. Like I didn't texture it that way. But yeah, I think that turned out pretty cool. He actually sits upright versus the other two. My owl kind of just wants to tip over constantly. Oh, it's standing. Okay. So yeah, and the bear one, I did the point of the rock instead of like a flat surface, because just looking at it, I just figured with a bear snout, I'd be able to carve. It was thick enough and everything to do it that way, which is just kind of like an alternative to like not always just carving. Let me get an example. Okay, so this rock is really flat. So instead of carving the flat side, you might carve this way. So that's what I did with the bear, which is just kind of alternative, that it might be easier. You might be able to get some really cool texture or just like a really cool shape going at it from a different angle. So like you set your rock down obviously and you want to carve like this way and then around or whatever, but coming at it from maybe a side, do rocks have sides and fronts and backs? Not really, but just a different perspective. So you don't always have to just carve flat, and you don't always have to go with like the most typical starting point. I don't know if that makes sense exactly, but you can look at my bear and kind of see from the initial rock to where he is now, kind of like what the benefits of that is. So yeah, I said I'd be doing a lot of carving stuff, so I'll probably alternate and do some chainsaw stuff or keep trying to get this silhouette to work, because I feel like there's no reason that I can't get it to work, but maybe I just need to work with something bigger, which is what I started doing, but I just wasn't confident in it, and I don't know, I wasn't happy, so I was like, we'll just pivot, do a bear, which is a creature I haven't done, and it's something a little different. He kind of looks more squat, like kind of like a totem type bear, which I think is fun and I like. Yeah, I need to get some more aggressive diamond coated burrs bits, because that would really help with some bigger things. Like this is much bigger obviously than the things I have been doing. So like to do this, I think I would just want something a little bit more aggressive to really speed things up, because the ones I have right now are not the most aggressive you can get. So anyway, I hope all my rock carving stuff is fun, and you know, I thought I'd just try something a little different doing this stupid little silhouette, but I feel like it just didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. But for a first attempt of even doing a person, I feel like it's pretty good. That might be something that would need to just be a bigger scale to work with. But yeah, otherwise, like, subscribe, keep watching, go watch all my other rock carving videos. There's a playlist now, so you can just like get right into it of all the things. Yeah, get yourself a respirator. They are handy as heck. Definitely a good idea. So mine's a 3M 6092-1. So it's not fancy. It's just the one you can find at like Lowe's or whatever. It's not expensive, but definitely get one of those. And then the flex shaft is the other thing that I definitely 100% would recommend. It's super great. And yeah, so just keep scavenging some rocks. Oh, here's a fun tip I did. Okay, so with this guy, because this stone is so much lighter than my typical ones, I ended up using my black charcoal pencil. So art stores, you can just find those. I use the white and the black for different rocks. It's super handy. The black one actually stays on better than the white chalk, but very handy. Hot tip. So you can just get that stuff at your art supply store. Flex shafts and stuff you can find on Amazon. And then you can just find respirators at like hardware stores, Lowe's, also Amazon. I'm not really in the game of like plugging Amazon too much, just because. I'll stop rambling about rock carving stuff. I hope you like my braids today. Try and keep all my hair out of my face. But yeah, I hope you like my little weird attempt at a silhouette of a person. I don't know, she looks kind of like an alien. Patreon, Etsy, like, subscribe, keep watching. I'll have a new video next week, and thanks for watching.